Well, good morning everyone. I'm now at Sydney Kingsford Smith International Airport international departure. This morning I will take Xiamen Airlines flight MFI02 from Sydney to Xiamen. After a year and a half, it's finally time to be back home. Currently, Xiamen Airlines only operate two weekly flights between Australia and China. The MFI02 on Thursday and Sunday. Compared to the pre-pandemic level, that is a significant reduction to the flights available due to the China's 5-1 policy towards the international flights.
All incoming international passengers need to undertake both COVID and antibody tests no more than 48 hours prior to departure. If you are inoculated with mRNA vaccines, and protein test is also required. What's more, if you live in a certain developing country with out-of-control COVID situations, you need to spend extra days in quarantine before taking the tests. After you get your test results, you then submit the test results. COVID test must be negative. IgM or IgG can be positive with full vaccination, and visa to get the Green International Health Code or Green HDC code for foreigners. Currently, there are only 6 direct flights between Australia and China, operated by China Eastern Airlines, China Southern Airlines, and Xiamen Airlines. Transit in a third country is banned. My one-way journey home costs me around 2,800 Australian dollars. It's at least 3 times more expensive than a one-way economy class ticket between Australia and China during peak seasons before the pandemic. But the cost back home is still much cheaper than Aussie returning home from China, at least 1,200 Australian dollars. Once I enter the terminal, I first go to get my receipt stamped for tax refund.
I'm now waiting for the check-in for my flight back home, the MFI02. Here, only this counter G, is so crowded with passengers waiting for first checking the green health code, the antibody and COVID negative test results, and then for the check-in. Who haven't flown internationally for a year and a half. How heavy the COVID has hit the aviation and international travel industry. Let's see. This airport looks now almost like a ghost city. The ground staff will first hand out a form which has 2 QR codes. You need to scan with your WeChat and to fill into forms, arrival declaration forms. Well, that's the queue for today's flight to Xiamen. Very long queue, very crowded here. Well, finally I get my boarding pass. Flying internationally to China during the pandemic is really cumbersome. Well, everyone, I've now passed through the security inspection and the immigration inspection. I'm now inside the international departure area.
The whole international departure area is under renovation. Many changes are taking place. The TRS office has moved as well.
Well, this is the food court area inside the international terminal. Due to the COVID, almost all of the restaurants are closed, except for a cafe. And international flights to China don't serve any hot food at all. They only provide a snack pack. That's why I purchased some foods for my lunch and the dinner.
My flight uses a gate in the other side of the terminal that I've never been there before.
This Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner with registration number Bravo 2760 will operate as MFI02 to take me from Sydney back to Xiamen. I'm now about to board the Xiamen Airlines flight MFI02 back to Xiamen, and it will be my last international flight in the foreseeable future due to the COVID. Although today's flight is only operated by a small Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, due to the high demand for return ticket back to China, this flight is still very full. You can see the long queue here.
This flight code shares with China Southern Airlines with flight number CZ4010 by Australia. The plane is hiding behind the air bridge. I walked past through a long air bridge, and the flight attendants check my temperature and apply some hand sanitizer to my hands upon boarding. Since Xiamen Airlines is based in Xiamen, Fujian, the cabin announcements are trilingual: Mandarin, English, and Hokkien.
Every economy class seat comes with a personal entertainment system, and there's a USB port, a code book. The remote control for the personal entertainment system is located underneath the screen. The tray table is stowed even down, and it can be deployed through this button. Boeing 787 Dreamliner does not have a window shade. The brightness of the window is adjusted by pressing this button. Well, due to the COVID, inside seat pocket, you could only find the personal entertainment system guide and the safety instruction card. The economy class cabin of the Xiamen Airlines Boeing 787-8 is in 333 configuration. Currently, all inbound international flights operated by Chinese airlines into China do not provide any hot meal. Instead, they only provide a snack pack. Let's see what's inside the snack pack. Chocolate cookies, 2 mineral water, some snack, a cheese, bread, a cookie, a cracker, a small bread, a croissant, a Tim Tam, a Kit Kat, and like a multi-grain snack bar, and also an apple.
A safety demonstration video is played, but the quality of the video looks terrible. There is little traffic at Sydney Airport due to border closure and lockdown. The journey to the runway is so smooth. This Boeing 787-8 has Wi-Fi connectivity, however, it's not available during the flight. Let's take a look at the in-flight entertainment. It's a touchscreen one, and it's very responsive. A fair amount of content is provided. Some passengers even wear hazmat suits. I think that's way overreacted. A N95 mask and a safety goggle will undoubtedly give you enough protection. Even the cabin crews are no longer wearing that.
We are now flying over the Queensland. I have just been to the lavatory on board. If you want to use the lavatory, the flight attendant will first give you a pair of disposable gloves. You then wear your disposable gloves, go inside the lavatory, finish your business. After you come out, you need to take that pair of disposable gloves off. Use a wet disposable towel to clean your hands again, and then put that used wet disposable towel into the trash bag.
Oh, I forgot to mention that the seat pitch is 32 inches, which is adequate for this 9.5 hours journey. When the plane is making its final approach into Xiamen Gaoqi International Airport, it's already dark outside. It's hard to give a rating for this flight since during the COVID, so many in-flight services are cancelled. The flight, which is operated by a mainland Chinese carrier, returns to its original function, sending passengers from point A to B.
I've now arrived at Xiamen Gaoqi International Airport. During COVID, international arrival process is a bit different. Passengers need to stay on board first, and then customs official will board the plane, and then they will take small group of passengers off the plane, and then to do the COVID test. Actually, before descent, on the in-flight entertainment system, a short video clip was shown, which is about the international arrival process during the COVID. There are actually many steps for international arrivals into China during the COVID, but I couldn't remember all of them.
The waiting time for disembarkation is about 30 minutes. Be sure to drop a visit to the washroom before descent. Although the plane parks at a gate with an air bridge, passengers actually go down the stairs and take the shuttle bus to the international arrival area. Arrive at the international remote gate arrival area. A temporary arrival pass is set. Once upon entering the area, you will first show a yellow passenger form which you filled on board to the customs officials. Then you need to sign a COVID test consent form. After you finish the forms, you need to scan a customs QR code on the machine to print out your name tag sticker for the COVID test. Then it's COVID test time. The swab really goes deep into my nose, and I almost burst into tears. When the COVID test is done, you give that yellow form to another customs worker. Finally, it's immigration inspection. The international arrival area at Xiamen Airport is tiny. Finally, it's back to claim area. After the customs inspection, you need to queue for the shuttle bus that takes you to an allocation center for hotel quarantine. It's not far away from the airport. During the whole process, all the immigration, customs staffs, and airport staffs wear hazmat suits, and the IC is off inside the airport, which I think is about preventing COVID from spreading through aerosol. That must be very tiring. I've arrived at the quarantine allocation center. The details about the hotel quarantine will be included in the next vlog. Thank you for watching.